Thank you, Director of Ceremonies, for those kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to observe protocol so that all the speakers who are coming after me will not have to suffer that as well. Allow me to acknowledge the presence of our keynote speaker, Mr. Tawanda Nyambirai. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation, and thank you for joining us this evening. We know you are a very, very busy man. We appreciate your presence. Those that know me for giving opening remarks, I always take pride in my members. So if you're not a member, I will always make an effort to make you feel awkward, so that next time when you come in our presence, you will be a member. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to acknowledge our platinum members in the house. Forgive me, platinum members. Remember, I said I take pride in your presence. So I will kindly ask you to stand as I call out your organization. I have the mic, so I'm allowed to do that. Thank you. Zinara is a platinum member of the Institute. Directors, if you may kindly stand. CBZ in the house. Delford Mine. First Capital. Praz. Thank you. And POSB. Thank you so much. I will also make mention of our patron members in the house, Delta Corporation and SEEDCO. I will make my councillors stand. Thank you for joining us this evening. A special welcome to our small and medium enterprises members in the house. I'll mention ICRA and Plaza Properties. Yeah, I see them in the house. Thank you for joining us this evening. Before I move from my members that I'm very pleased with, may I kindly ask all the individual members of the Institute of Directors from different categories to stand. I see you, I'll call you by name. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to acknowledge the presence or in absentia of our honorary members of the Institute, the Chairman of Council and the Institute of Directors, Mr. Simbachi Nyemba in absentia, the Vice Chair of the Institute, Ms. Emma Mongoni, here present, and the Treasurer of the Institute, Mr. Tapera Mshoriwa in absentia. Also, help me, ladies and gentlemen, congratulate the three, the Chair, the Vice Chair, and the Treasurer for being re-elected into office yesterday afternoon. It is a vote of confidence. I also want to make special acknowledgement of councillors that are here present this evening, and I will ask them to stand. My apologies. Councillor Vice Chair, Emma Mungoni. Councillor Patricia Murambinda. Councillor Felistas Ndawi Gurajena. And Councillor Garaina Shechangunda. Thank you for joining us this evening. I also make a special mention of one of our former councillors in the house. Thank you for joining us this evening, former Councillor Mwakunura. We acknowledge your presence, sir. I also want to make special mention of the adjudicators of the Director of the Year Awards, the brains behind this event. So if you do not win tonight, you know who to see. The chair of the committee is Madame Susan Mtangadura. She has sent her apologies. She had an emergency. And then another member is Madame Gloria Jaravan, if you could stand, Madame. And today she's also standing in for the chair. We also have Dr. Nation Bobo. I don't know if he's already in the house. Yes, Dr. Bobo, if you could stand, sir. Thank you. And then we have an apology from the fourth member, Dr. Barnabas Vera. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the adjudicators in the house. I also want to make special acknowledgement of our analysts and research partners, Equity Access. I know they're in the room somewhere, Equity Access. Please stand. Thank you so much. So those are the two parties you need to deal with if you don't win. I also want to acknowledge our supporting partners and sponsors, as mentioned earlier. our gold sponsors and our silver sponsors. I also want to acknowledge our media partners, as also earlier mentioned. Invited guests, captains of industry, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. I did not get the response. Thank you, at least you are in the room. It is with great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the 2026 Director of the Year Awards, where we are adjudicating for the financial year ended 31 December 2025. DOYA has been in existence since 2005. You will agree with me that is one of the longest standing corporate governance recognition program in Zimbabwe. It is a flagship event for the Institute as we recognize outstanding board of directors who demonstrate excellence in corporate governance, ethical leadership, strategic oversight, and stewardship across Zimbabwe's public, private, and non-profit organizations. This year's theme, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating directors who lead with vision, govern with integrity, and build boards and organizations equipped to thrive in an ever-changing world. This couldn't be more timely. Ladies and gentlemen, you agree with me that we live in an era characterized by rapid technological advancement, economic uncertainty, evolving stakeholder expectations, and increasing demands for ethical and sustainable leadership. In this environment, effective directorship is no longer defined solely by oversight, but by the ability to anticipate change, inspire confidence, and create lasting value. The Director of the Year Awards are more than a celebration of individual achievement. They reaffirm our collective commitment to promoting excellence in corporate governance, ethical leadership. You will notice I keep on emphasizing on the word ethical leadership, accountability, and board effectiveness. We are reminded tonight that strong organizations are built by leaders who place integrity at the heart of every decision and who understand that good governance is the foundation of sustainable success. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate directors who have demonstrated their commitment to the tenets of good governance. This serves as an inspiration to current and future leaders and reinforces the critical role that sound governance plays in building sustainable enterprises and prosperous economies. To all our nominees this evening and award recipients, we extend our heartfelt congratulations. Your dedication, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to excellence has set a benchmark worthy of recognition and emulation. As we celebrate tonight, let us also renew our personal values as every director in this room. Our commitment to strengthening our boards, empowering our organizations, and fostering a future built on visionary leadership and unwavering integrity. Directors, I invite you this evening to network, network, and network. I thank you.